Okay, so the purpose of this session is to show you and teach you more about the promotional products industry from scratch. This material was developed by BIC, the pen company, which I'm sure you guys have seen it in the past. They are actually a large supplier in the promo industry. So they prepared this material analyzing everything about the promo industry, sales wise, the target market, the market share. It explains everything about the supplier, distributor, company relationship up until statistics about how effective promotional products are. So this one, it's kind of outdated, but I like to use it because it gives a general overview that people can understand easily. So let's jump right into it. So this is the agenda. We're going to talk about history and definition of the promo products industry. We're going to talk how the promo products industry is a structured but fragmented industry. We're going to see that it's a large and growing business. And lastly, it is a cost-effective advertising medium. So, the first promotional product of the history was created in 1789 for George Washington's campaign. They created commemorative buttons, and those are known as the first promotional products of the history. Then, in the late 19th century in Ohio, Jasper Mick, who was a newspaper owner, and M. Canwell, an owner of a shoe shop, they partner up to create the first advertising and promotional product. Um, the burlap they created was showing a slogan that would say, "Buy Canwell shoes." And so that was the first advertising one. Now, the promotional products items can be used to advertise and promote a product, a service, or a company program. The company programs could be divided. It could be advertising specialties, premiums, incentives, business gifts, awards, prizes, commemoratives, imprinted or decorated items. These are examples, and I'm sure you have seen this. Pens with the company's logo, drinkware, you name it. There's a tons of variety in the promotional products industry. Now, promotional products can be distributed individually. This is when you go to a shop and you say, "Hey, I want this cup to have my name or to have my whatever company's logo." So that's individually. And then sold as a part of advertising and marketing programs, which this is the key. This is where we're gonna leave on that aspect for promotional products industry. For example, the sales rep, she works as marketing programs. She's an marketing program specialist who works with companies. And of course, in these programs, they order bulk, right? And they order wholesale pricing. They just don't order one, they order minimum 50 units of each of the items, right? So the promotional products industry is a structure but fragmented. And here's why. It's a four-part system and distribution model. It starts by the supplier who sells to the distributor sells to the company, and the aim of the company is the end user. Okay? So what does the distributor do? Well, I mean, the supplier. This is where it starts. The supplier does the manufacturing, the assembly, the sourcing, and they own multiple printing applications. So the supplier is the one in charge of manufacturing, assemble, and sourcing the products. And for their factory, they also do a mix. The products and the materials, they get it overseas, could be from China or anywhere else where they could get it cheaper. They bring it to the States where they usually have their assembly and printing locations, and they ship from there. So that's what the supplier does. Products can be sold blank or imprinted. Blank means no logo printed. Imprinted means that the logo is printed. And for that, there are a variety of printing applications that we will show you later. So the distributor, does the distributor do? The distributor, they do traditional outside sales team, direct marketing, and they specialize in special markets. So for the traditional outside sales team, they do fulfillment programs, they do door-to-door sales, they sell to friends and family. Direct marketing means that they send catalogs, they prepare presentations, and so on. And special markets, they get the license to sell to special markets as pharmaceutical, governments, hotel tobacco, and so on. The distributor, the sales rep you're going to work for, usually uses one of these tools, right? Could be for referral and so on. The company. Why does a company search for promotional products and in that context the distributor? So it could be for different programs that they run. Could be for brand awareness, employee relations and events, trade shows, public relations, new customer acquisition, dealer or distributor programs, new products or service introduction, employee service awards, non-for-profit programs, internal promotions, safety education, customer referral, or marketing research. And of course, always the aim for the company is to get to the end user. So that's pretty much how the system works. So we have an example here. In this, the supplier, they can have multiple distributors as clients, right? These are large distributors examples. These are companies in the States that are large distributors in the industry. We have Ford Imprint, we have Geiger, American Solutions for Business. The rep that you're going to work for, it actually works for Geiger. So in this particular example, all of them are working with the big hotel chain Marriott. Now, within Marriott, because it's such a large company and franchise, each of the departments, they can work with different distributors. So we have the property general manager at Marriott working with for Imprint, the event manager working with Geiger, or procurement department working with American Solutions for Business. And of course, the end user is the aim. So, associations that service the trade. As you know, all industries need associations that can regulate the trade. In Canada, it's called PPPC. In the States, there are two. We have PPAI and we have ASI. Mexico, we have AMPRO, and that's for South America as well, and EPP-RAM. For Europe is PSI, and Australia is APA. So we're going to focus for training purposes only on these two, which are the ones that service the trade in the States. So I'm going to start with PPAI. If you search here, so this is what it stands for, Promotional Products Association International. Later on, I'll send you a notebook LM where you will have all this information and all the links for you to access. This association, they do trade shows yearly as well as ASI. And for CRMs and softwares, they partner up with Sage, which is the one that you'll be using. This is the login that I'm gonna provide for the practices, but I just wanted you to check their website and get familiar with it. So in Sage, distributors are able to go in and search for products. This is what they use for product searching, quoting, doing presentations, and so on. I'll send you links so you can get familiar with Sage and learn about the tool. So PPAI works with Sage. Now, ASI, which is the other association in the promo world, this one um, also does trade shows yearly, and their name stands for Advertising. Wait, sorry. Advertising Specialty Institute, and that's how what it stands for. And as you can see here, they have lots of tools for suppliers and distributors to connect with. This is a family business. It's been there for generations. These are the owners. The grandfather started it, then went to his son, then the great grand, and so on. So it's a family business, and it's been there for a long time. Now, for their software, they partner up with ESP. So this one's, which is this one, ESP Plus. It's also a software for distributors to do product research, quotes, and so on. The most popular one in the industry is Sage, and that's the one actually that they use. So that's why I'm going to be teaching you more on Sage. Okay, so that is pretty much it for the industries. It's PPAI and ASI. Now, how these industries come into play. So for example, the industry regulate the trade, right? In the distribution model, the company cannot contact the supplier directly. If a supplier sells directly to the company, this supplier can be flagged because it's always through the distributor. The distributor is the middleman. So these regulations are set by the associations. Okay, so that's one example. So let's continue here. This was the market share, which is pretty much stable up to this point. For distributors, for suppliers, sorry. The suppliers here, Sangmar is one of the largest ones, so they get most of the pie chart, as well as SNS Activewear, and Big was also a big one. Now for distributors, it's like that until today. We have Halo, Staples, BDA, Proforma, Geiger is there also. These are distributors, companies, large distributor companies that own the promotional industry, right? So for training purposes, I'll be sending you so you can get familiar. The top 40 suppliers from last year, so you can know more about them and, get familiar with it. So this is an example. Once you click here, you can go ahead and click on it, see more information about them. For example, if you click on Sanmar, I'm showing you this because at the rep at Geiger, they work a lot with Sanmar on on their orders. They usually order t-shirts for their clients and so on. We have active wear, PCNA, heat promotional products. So I'm gonna send you this so you can get familiar with, their website, how much they make, and so on. It's not loading now, but I will send it and you can check it out. So the sales by product category. What products sell the most in the promo industry? So we have wearables as 31%, and that is true. Wearables is the product that sells the most. Apparel is huge in the promo industry. Then we have other ones that have decreased. For example, writing instruments, calendars, those have decreased in numbers. Drinkware has increased now that there is a fake trend, as well as games with the technology, computers, and electronics. Those have increased for sure. But pretty much this one is consistent, showing that apparel is the main product that is sold in the promo industry. Now, by program, which program is the most popular? So, brand awareness is a big one. Employee relations and events and trade shows. Those three are the ones that are big. And the reason why, for example, on trade shows and events, that is what gives the urgency in the promotional products industry. Because you'll be dealing with clients that usually have a delivery date because they have an event. If the order doesn't get by that date, then that's a problem. So, this is mainly why the promotional products industry is based on urgency. So, you need to reply back quick to the clients. You need to follow up with the suppliers to make sure that everything is on track and so on. Now, top buyers for promotional products. Which sector buys most promotional products? We have education, financial, non-for-profit, healthcare, constructions, trade and professional associations, real estate, government, professionals on the lower side. So we have doctors, lawyers' offices, and so on, and restaurants and bars. It's a large and growing business. Up until today, it's still producing 25 billion or more yearly. After the pandemic, it did t take a hit, but now it's getting back onto to their numbers. So the promotional products industry is a cost-effective advertising medium. Here, as you can see, this is the ratio. Um, Promotional products are actually after the internet, which in growth, it's amazing. Because it actually is less expensive to advertise on a promotional item than it is on to promote on a Google ad. Okay, so a little bit of facts to finish this up. We have that 84% of recipients of advertising and promotional specialties can identify the advertiser. They are flexible, memorable, and effective. 42% of advertising and promotional specialties have a more favorable impression of the advertiser, and 62% of recipients of advertising and promotional specialties did business with the advertiser after receiving an item. So it's been proven that promotional products are effective when they are done correct. Repeat business is secured. So this is it for the first section of our introduction. I'm going to stop recording now.
Okay.